Coming up on this episode of Game Nights, we continue our exciting heist into a heavily guarded bank. How do we get in? Well, you'll just have to tune in to find out the plan that we come up with and what could possibly go wrong. We'll find out. Stick around because it's time for Game Nights. This is Game Nights, episode number 35, recorded September 21st, 2016. Neverwinter Heist, Chapter 2. Hello everybody, welcome to this episode of Game Nights, the show that dares to play Dungeons & Dragons on the internet. I'm Sean Jennings, joined as always by my fellow travelers, Colby, Matt, and of course Dungeon Master Dan, and we are back with Chapter 2 of our Neverwinter Heist adventure. Now, if you didn't join us last time, here's what you missed. Dan's character just kind of ran off and disappeared, and he became the Dungeon Master. And in the meantime, myself and Colby decided to go to a local bar, check it out, and there we ran into Trumbelina. Of course, you know him as Matt. But in the game, we met this new character, and all three of us were met up by a spooky man in a spooky robe, and he gave us a mission to break into a bank and steal a mystery item from a heavily guarded vault. We, of course, accepted the challenge, knowing it wasn't going to work, but we were going to try anyway, and we join the action as we are about to leave the bar and head towards the bank to scope out the place. Let's rejoin the story in progress.
Take a drunken stroll by that bank.
All right.
It's closing in on midnight. You walk about 10, 15 minutes in the same district, the mountainside district of Waterdeep, over to this complex. So Madame Dubald's tower sits on this courtyard that's arrayed around a fountain, a classic sort of thing. It's very, very nice around here. The tower is 8 stories tall, pretty tall for a building in Waterdeep. It has, stone. It's pretty, bare on the outside, not very ornate. And behind it, out behind it continues the rest of the city, sort of shops and houses, churches and things like that.
Are any of those churches dedicated to Dol Araf?
Not that you know of in the immediate, not the closest church isn't. We would have to go look, see if any of the others are.
So, you said the 8-story tower is the building that we're looking for?
The basement of that is where, the bank and the vaults are.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we take a walk around this tower building?
Sure. Couldn't hurt.
Okay.
I'll try and perceive some stuff.
So you walk up to the tower and you notice that the door is locked and a sign that says open to the public 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
9 a.m. to...
Colby is the brains of the operation.
Okay, I'm going to try and perceive some things.
Okay.
Uh-oh. What's perception again? Intelligence? Wisdom. I got a 6.
You perceive the tower is open from sitting.
It's a big tower. The door is
locked.
bigger than a door that you've had, and it is locked. When you go to look through the windows, you breathe on the windows too hard because you're kind of drunk, and you fog up the windows so you can't actually see anything.
Damn.
I think I would like to percept a
Okay.
little bit here.
Now,
Okay.
now, is he at a disadvantage because he's drunk? She?
Is he?
No, I think she sobered up, didn't she? You guys woke her up.
Well, I don't know if that's,
Although this... Yeah, she
Yeah,
walked
let's
out
say-
into the cold night air, and she's sobered
Well,
out.
I'm going the Dungeon Master on this one.
She had some black coffee. Okay. Wow. What's my modifier here?
It's 5. So
I rolled a 9.
yeah, you don't see
I
anything.
received really that much more than Colby. All right. So much for my +4 modifier.
+5.
+5 wisdom modifier.
Okay.
Yeah, you have a +5 modifier. Did nothing for me there.
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Any ideas, Dragonborn?
No, I think we should just
Just smash the door down.
Well, I'm not sure it's the time for
First thing
that.
that happens.
No, listen, I think we need to investigate the outside here, and then we need to regroup and come up with a plan. This is, again,
Standing at like the front entrance right now.
yeah, so let's walk around the building all nonchalant-like.
Yeah.
Now it just so happens that I have a being a hill dwarf, I have a background in history, but only the history of stonework. So I could I do have I do get a proficiency bonus if I'd like to investigate the history of the stonework here.
Would you like to do that?
Yes, I would love to do that actually.
All right.
Let's see. I rolled a 16.
Okay. Total?
So I got a 15. I got a 14 rather. I
Okay.
rolled a 14, and my proficiency in history is +2. Yeah, so I got
Okay,
16.
great. So, yeah, you can tell that this building was actually constructed by dwarves. Sort of a dwarf clan in like the northeastern mountains of Waterdeep. A pretty well-known craftsman, but actually most well-known for their building their stonecraft underground, not above. And that explains why the building is sort of plain and blocky. They didn't have much experience building things above ground. Their experience was building things below ground. Still, you can tell that it's solidly built, as you would expect any dwarven construction to be. It's not going to just fall over if the wind blows. Yeah, that's what you can tell from the outside.
Right.
You guess the walls on the outside are also like at least 2-3 feet thick.
Okay.
So
At
this
least at
building
the base.
appears to be of dwarf construction. Interesting.
So, do we see anyone around? Like,
There are people milling about, but they just seem to be passing through outside.
I see.
So we need to find a way inside of this building.
So, I have an idea.
All right.
You ready to hear this? Naturally, it's overthought and probably won't work, but I happen to have in my possession a set of fine clothes and a scroll of pedigree. Now, I hear this is quite a nice bank. I think I should go in undercover, and I think I should pose as someone interested in buying the empty vault next to the vault we're trying to get. And of course, I want a tour of the establishment. I want to see the vault, obviously, before I pay for it, right? I'll meet with the branch manager. I don't know, whoever is in charge there. I don't.
The regional branch manager.
Is this a franchise name? Is this a national
Not
bank?
yet, but they hope to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're growing
Bad
fast.
ball gets their way.
Too big to fail.
Yeah.
So we do that. Now the question is, how do we get you guys in? I don't. Colby, do you have any kind of a spell or ability that would conceal you in any way, or we could sneak you in? Like I could wear.
I mean, I'm small.
Oh, you know what? You know what we could do?
Yeah.
We could stack, right? You could get on my shoulders, and then Drumberly could get. We'll wear a big trench coat.
Could we just be your associates, or like your
My associates. That's a good. I will be an important businessman. Well, actually, my scroll of pedigree says I am Count Sal, who is of royalty. So you guys will be my royal assistants.
men in waiting or or man and lady in waiting. Is that what those are?
Something else told me.
Yes, that's no.
Is
You're
it?
not.
What does that mean?
I think it's not good. So I think I don't know. We could give that a shot. I mean, it seems like an efficient way to get in there without breaking down doors.
Yeah, I also think it would benefit. It would be beneficial to get Trimble whatever, Trimble lady, down into the vaults, to see the stonework on the inside.
See if we can do anything about getting through that. Sure.
And so, what is our what do we want to put in the vault?
Well, it would of course be my it would be all my gold and silver, right? I'll put my own money on the line.
Okay.
Guys, I'm not sure if this would help, but I recently adopted the Oath of the Ancients, which allows me the ability to speak with animals.
That sounds awesome.
All right, maybe not
Awesome.
Where were you here when we fought the owl bear? That would have come in handy. Yeah, maybe you can talk to like some rats or something in the vault because they like know what's going on.
That'd be pretty cool.
A roach, maybe? I don't know. Something that's hanging out I don't know what hangs out in a vault. Bat, maybe? I don't know. We'll have to see what's down there. But if the opportunity arises.
Well, are there any around here? Like maybe any street mice or rats of some sort?
What are they wearing? Leather jackets on motorcycles?
Yeah, they have like cones.
Some unsavory characters. Yeah.
Fattest rats in town.
You can make a perception check to see if you spot any wildlife nearby. But
that's okay. I think for now we should just focus on getting into this vault. I like your idea, Count Sal. We can absolutely.
Okay, so we have to go back, go sleep somewhere, and come back here at 9 a.m.
Yes, when it opens.
Yeah,
Good.
You imagine you could go back to the Waterdeep Tavern and Bar and get a room upstairs.
Yeah. Now that we've cased the place, is there anything you think we've missed? Should we look around a little bit more? Now, is this building? Would you say it's on a hill, or would you say it's just like in the middle? Are there other buildings just around it immediately?
It is against the mountains, but there are buildings behind it. But it is on the warm mountain side of the mountainside district.
Do you think it's possible that we could climb up one of these mountains, leap off of the mountain, land on top of the building, and then find an entrance through the roof?
These are mountains, so no.
Oh, okay.
Not
Wait,
without.
These are pretty serious.
Yeah. Like, first of all, even if you were at the top of the mountain, by the time you got up that high, like, you'd be really far away from.
I'm just thinking of doing like some just cause shit.
Now there are buildings around it, but this is definitely the tallest building in the nearby vicinity.
Well, I will point out we don't have to do it, but I'm pretty sure somebody on this team has a vial of a mysterious who knows what that at one point was rumored to be a flying potion. I'm just saying.
See, but I don't actually know what that is, whereas Matt does.
So
you have to tell me what it is.
This doesn't feel like the time.
We're gonna hold on to that one.
It is a flying potion?
All right,
Okay.
we'll hold on to that. Just a thought.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a desperate situation.
And we get into those a lot. It won't last long.
Yes.
I think we've already had a few times where we could have used it. Maybe should have. All right. Maybe that's what happened to Dell. Maybe he took some and flew off. All right.
Just floated off.
Well, all right. Then we should probably go back to the inn and get some rest.
All right,
Sounds
head
good.
back to the inn. Get a room.
We get room service for more tater skins.
Yeah, the late night.
Late night Maz sticks. Yeah.
Right. And you wake up, and you're gonna head right over to the building. Is there any sort of preparation you want to make?
Well, of course, we have to change into. Although you guys don't have royal outfits, that's the problem. You know, they're gonna spot you.
Well, as a paladin, I like to think that I represent all that is good and just, and I dress the part. Indeed.
So maybe Trimley can be your like bodyguard,
Sure.
and we should go get me some fancy clothes.
All right, let's to the stores. So
Good idea.
Macy's here. We can check out.
You head down to the garment district of Waterdeep. You probably want to stick in like the mountainside section because that's where the more well-off people live, and the rest of Waterdeep's sort of a shithole. So you head down to this kind of small couple shops.
Hey, look, an Old Navy.
Yeah, so you head into the the
Old Navy.
Waterdeep apparel store, and the Waterdeep Wallaby Eagle, and okay.
All right.
What kind of clothes do you want?
Oh, are you the shop? Excuse me, shopkeep.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
We're looking to get my my friend here, the short fellow. No, not the drunk one, the other one.
Oh.
Some fine wares from your establishment.
Oh, yes.
Something stately.
Is he a jester, sir?
Well, he sometimes acts like it, but no, he is my royal assistant.
Can I be your accountant?
You're okay. Now you're going to be assistant to the royalty.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I gotta look the part. Newly hired, you know.
Okay, so he brings out like a tape measure, not a tape measure, but like the cloth measure thing. Starts sizing up Colby.
If you have any of the fine textiles colored in indigo using the inks from India.
India? No, but we do have indigo. It'll cost you though, but an exquisite color, if I do say so myself.
No amount of money is too small to pay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So he's cutting the stuff for Colby, and he says to you, "So, we don't often see our kind in these parts. Are you one of the dragon lords?"
I don't appreciate you asking me personal questions, shopkeep. I don't know you.
Steady on. All right, so finishes up the outfit for Colby. It's gonna run you 10 gold pieces.
Deal. I pull out my Vandalese Express card.
He sort of stares at funny. He's never even heard of Vandalin.
Excuse me, do you accept Vandalese Express here?
Okay. So Colby's all decked out. What are you wearing, Sean?
I am wearing my set of fine clothes.
Where'd you get those?
I don't know. My item says set of fine clothes. I think I stole them off.
Well, those are human-sized set of fine clothes.
They're
though.
a little tight. If anyone asks, I've recently been going to the gym. I bulked up.
There's no room for a tail either.
Okay, how about
Yeah.
this? Shopkeep.
You have to cut a tail hole.
Shopkeep.
Yes, sir.
Can you this set of clothes? They went through the dryer and shrank. Is there any way you can let them out a little bit and alter them to better fit? You seem to be a man with great tailor skills.
Right, sir. Let me just take a look here. So he's looking at him. He looks. He's trying to hide it, but he looks shocked. He can't believe what he's looking at.
They were in the dryer for. I forgot they were in there. They ran for a few days.
What is this dryer, sir? Do you have a servant dry your clothes?
I do. It just squeezes and squeezes and squeezes until there's no liquid left.
Never seen anything like this.
I fired him. He did too good of a job.
Righto.
He went, made it hot. Can you help me?
Well, sir, I certainly could let it out a bit around the sides, but I'm afraid it would look like, so let us say, not a high-class woman's skirt as it currently stands. It's just far too short to fit your
I see. All
impressive frame.
I see what's going on here. You want to upsell me on something new? Fine. What would it cost to get a new set of fine royal clothing from your establishment?
I will say you are not my usual clientele, but I could do something for 30 gold pieces.
Deal.
All right.
Not worth the hassle.
Signs it up, measures out the tail, blah, blah, blah. You're decked out. And now, do you want indigo as well?
Oh, of course. That's the royal color.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to... Absolutely.
All right, so he sends you on your way and wishes you luck with your business.
I will leave
here.
you a 5-star review on Yelp. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yelp is the crazy man in the street who yells ratings about local businesses. I am Yelp. 5 stars. All right. Good. Well, now we're looking the part.
Yep.
All
We
right.
feeling good, guys? We feeling like we can... And lady, you feel like we can do this?
I think
First
so.
of all, thank you for respecting my gender.
Don't
And
push it.
second of all, I am more than ready to take on.
Outstanding. How much have you had to drink today?
Oh, you know.
A couple mimosas with brunch?
Lady never tells, that's
Oh,
for
okay.
sure.
Good. All right. Well, then let us. Yes.
I have an idea.
Excellent.
Can we go to a store and get me like a notebook or a scroll or something that A, it'll make me look official, and B, I can like roll up these schematics we have of the vault in the top of the scroll.
Well, one thing I can do is give you my signet ring. That would
What's that?
certainly indicate that you are a man in charge of paperwork and other such
That sounds
royal
good.
items.
Yeah.
And yes, we can stop by the local Walgreens and see
the papyrus.
the papyrus store. Get you an iScroll 7, and hook you up.
Cool.
That's,
A halfling definitely doesn't want an iScroll 7 Plus. That's just
No, too
like
big.
as big as they are.
Too big.
Too far.
Nope. All right, yeah, that's a great idea. So we stop by that establishment.
Great. Cool.
So we need
Got your
a.
stuff.
Got it.
All right.
All right.
Does that cost us anything or?
I mean, I don't know.
Pen-
Nothing
pen-
significant.
All
Yeah.
right, all right.
Whatever.
Sounds good.
All right. Are
Should we
ready?
take a break? Are we still breaking the episodes up?
Yeah, but I just do it
Okay.
whenever it sounds right. Roughly 1 hour in, so we're continuing on. You need a break, Dan?
I was considering getting another beer.
Oh well, I can hit
Right.
pause.
Yeah, 5-minute break.
All right, pause. Wait for it, and resume. Okay, and we're back, and everyone's been bearded and bathroomed and got their mamos, and we will continue. Where were we?
Okay.
So
So-
All right.
heading to the bank.
Yep,
Yes.
you're heading to the bank.
Well, I'm-
Sorry, I forgot that was my job for a second there.
Like someone else should be telling this story.
Okay.
Okay.
I was about
Yeah.
to-
No, this sounds good. Let's. So we get to the bank. We open up the lobby doors. We go inside, and what do we see?
Okay, so inside the lobby, it's pretty busy. There are like some tourists milling about the middle. It's beautiful, like marble floors, marble columns, and you can sort of look straight up through these like narrower and narrower floors that go up, and you can see right through the middle of them. Then off, like sort of in the center back of the room, is the big sign for Madame Dubald's Bank and Vault. And there's a front desk and a large stone door that's ornate, set in back, with a guard in front of it off to the left, and then the service desk off to the right.
All right. Well, I suppose we approach the desk.
Sounds good.
Okay?
Yeah.
There's a line.
Oh, okay. We get in line.
Yeah, you gotta wait in line.
Gotta wait in
I
line.
think what we need to do is we need to use our charisma to get to the front of this line.
I don't have any.
I think I have a fair amount.
Okay.
Your feminine charm.
Yeah. I'm level 12.
Notice that in addition to the guard standing in front of the door, there is sort of an an unarmed employee standing off to the side as well.
Okay, maybe we can charm this guy.
Yeah, sort of looks like a well-to-do but low-ranking employee.
What does the name tag read?
You can't see the name tag from where you're standing.
All right.
What do you do?
I guess unless
Okay,
we want to approach the employee, we can wait in line. It's really one of the two.
I think that's what we should do.
Wait in line.
Just wait in line.
All right, let's wait in line.
Okay.
We look around. We pick up a pamphlet. Look at it. Oh, look, interest rates are really low right now. I'm thinking about maybe I should convert to a CD.
Right. Yep. They're trying to sell you up in like the savings accounts and all this
Like,
shit.
hey guys, right now, if you open up a checking account, we're offering a $50 gift certificate to the Waterdeep Tavern Bar and Grill.
Right.
Oh, that's a good deal.
So you get to one of the tellers. She says, or he says, "Hi, welcome to Madame Dubald's Bank and Vault. How can I be of service today?"
Hello.
Hello.
My name is Count Sal, and I am here with my assistant and my bodyguard. This is a lot of information, but I'm going to tell you anyway because you need to know. And I am interested in acquiring one of your vaults for my many royal wares.
Ah, you're interested in the vault. Well, in that case, you should proceed down towards the vault and talk to my colleague, Joe Mum.
Jomum?
Joe Mum. Yes.
Jomump.
Yes. Yes, please step on down.
And I'm sorry, your name is?
He'll be able to handle all of your vault needs.
Excellent. And your name is?
Let's see here. Which name will this person have? How about Blowbooth Oatfist?
Whoa.
Blobloot? Blobloot?
Blowbluth Oatfist. Like Joe Bluth, but Blowbluth Oatfist.
Blowbluth,
Yeah.
Mr. Oatfist, thank you so much for your help. You've been more than kind with your time.
My pleasure.
We're happy to go meet your associate. Thank you.
Yeah.
And we proceed to his associate
Okay.
along the way. We walk over. Hello!
Why, hello there.
I stick out my hand.
Joe reluctantly sticks out his hand, unsure of what's about to happen, shakes your hand.
Ah, yes.
What can I do for you today?
Yes, I am here with my associates. My name is Count Sal, and I am interested in acquiring one of your vaults for my many valuable royal wares.
Ah, yes, I see. So he sort of produces like a clipboard and
with a form on it.
no, he starts to write something and he says, "Now, where are you from, Count Sal?"
I'm very glad you asked. My family is from the far, far, far away land of Pittsburghian, and we are my aunt and uncle, of course, the great king and queen of Pittsburghlandia, and
Roll a persuasion check.
roll a. I don't have any kind of
believe
advantage.
you.
That's charisma. Oh boy, this is gonna end well. All right. Let's hope for the best here. And I roll I roll a 2.
You can sort of tell that he's not believe anything that
He's not
you're
buying
saying.
it. He's not buying it. But
And he removes a piece of paper from a clip and says, "If you could please fill out this form and mail it to the address on the top, we will get with your request post haste."
Excuse
Sir,
me. Let me be very clear here. I will direct you here to my associate, assistant to the count, who is in charge of all the paperwork. He has a copy of my scroll of pedigree and of what we're trying to do here today. Maybe you should talk directly with him. I am of royalty, you see. I don't handle the paperwork, the day-to-day. I'm more the big ideas guy.
Okay, so Joe looks at Colby sort of skeptically, but allows him to speak.
So I apologize for His Highness's bumbling. I say with a wink and a nod. The schools in Pittsburghia are notoriously terrible. And as he mentioned, I have his scroll of pedigree here for you to examine.
So you produce the scroll of pedigree. Okay. So Joe takes out the scroll of pedigree, looks at it, and says, interesting. I didn't realize there was a dragon-born noble house in Pittsburghia.
You see, I can tell, Joe, you're a smart man. Not. Okay. Oh no, Colby.
Sean just butts in.
I do. Well, look. He's calling shit on my reputation, my fake reputation, but my reputation nonetheless, and I've got to defend myself.
The count. I'm probably gonna roll a persuasion check here. But the count is the adopted son of one of the royal houses of Pittsburghia. He was rescued. He was orphaned at a young age, and rescued at that time.
Roll it, Colby.
Rolling. 19.
He nods and says, my apologies. That was a noble deed. I'm sorry. It is my job. My employers expect me to ensure that only the most worthy clientele set foot in the vault. And we get many rabble trying to get in and just see the majesty down below. The most famous vault in all of Waterdeep. So, my apologies. If you'll come with me. So, you all presumably walk up. There's a dwarven guard standing at the door. Joe sort of nods at him, and he turns to the door, and you can't really see. He has an implement in his hand. It doesn't look very special, just like a metal-looking pointed stick. He etches something that you can't really see in the door. His body's between you and what he's drawing. And then the door sort of slides up into the tower, and you hear everyone else around you has stopped what they were doing and has looked to see this magical door open. All the tourists are really excited that they were there to see it open because it opens so rarely.
So I would say, quick Trimbley, do your perception or history check or whatever to see if we can learn anything about this door from seeing it open.
All right. That would be that would be a 10.
Okay. You're as amazed as everyone else. It looks like a dwarven door, but the door can't just rise like that, so there has to be some sort of magic involved here.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I don't have that proficiency. So I do have I have a pretty good perception. Maybe I'll do just a regular perception check.
Yeah, if you want to. Any sort of arcana check would be good here too, but perception.
Yeah.
What you see?
See,
right.
I don't have the proficiency in arcana. I do have a proficiency in perception.
Stepped away.
Wow. Okay. And I got a that's going to be a 24.
So okay, yeah. So you have some sort of innate sense of magic given your time with the whatchamacallit clergy. And there's like a powerful flight spell that is activated by unlocking this door. So the door is unlocked, but it's not actually a door at all. And then it raises up into a slot above and can hold there practically infinitely until someone decides to let it down with a similar like incantation on the other side of the wall.
Okay. All right.
You suspect that this spell, like, that this door, once open, could be closed by dispelling the levitation spell. It would be more tricky to dispel the spell that is locking the door, that is activating the levitation. But if one could levitate the door open, if you could lift it, it would just open. You suspect.
Okay. If only I knew how to lift it. If I knew this incantation.
And it's big. It is unliftable by...
So the incantation is essentially the key to getting inside.
The drawing that he drew on the door activates, like, trips something that causes the door to levitate. Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
All right. Well, into the vault.
Yes. Yeah. Let us go in.
Now, as you're walking, Joe says, "Now, are you interested in a what are those things called? What are the small boxes you can get at like a bank?
Like a safety deposit box?
A safety deposit box? Or one of our vault rooms, sir?"
I think we're looking for something a little bit bigger. I'm quite wealthy and successful, so I have lots of wares to put in your very safe vault.
What, such as what, sir?
Oh, all sort of royal artifacts and ancient items of noble value.
Okay, so you'll have some...
swords and staffs and crowns and jewelry and scrolls and yeah, all sorts of things.
I have a large statue of Dol Ara.
No one asked you. You're the bodyguard. You're not supposed to talk.
As long as there's room for this statue.
Nowhere near my royal goods.
If you know what I mean. Okay. Very good, sir. So you walk in. You start off in this like antechamber. It's kind of ornate. Like there's a rug and there's a couple statues along the side. There's a door to the left. On it is written Regional Branch Manager Office, and there's a door to the right that says Conference Room. And then down you see this hallway that seems to stretch for a bit. And based on your knowledge of the schematics, that is where the vaults are.
All right.
So Joe says to you, well, if you're purchasing one of the vaults, I will need to get the branch manager. Wait here just a moment. And he walks off into the branch manager's office. Anything you want to do while you're, well, alone?
Waiting?
Yeah, you're just waiting. You seem to have a couple minutes here.
So you said on the left is the branch manager's office. What was on the right?
Conference?
The conference room.
Conference room. Is it the conference room like open, empty?
It's closed.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we should peek our head into the conference room. Check the door.
Yeah. Maybe
Sounds-
like put our ear to the keyhole.
Well, see if it's locked or not.
Okay.
See if we hear anything. So, what's that? A perception check?
Or
Yes.
what are you gonna do?
I want to listen to see if there's anyone in the room.
Okay.
Start. Let's see. Well, I rolled a natural 20.
Okay. There are people in that room, but they're not saying anything. Yes.
Okay.
You can a natural 20, so you can. They are armored.
Oh.
I can tell that just by listening?
Yeah, you roll a natural 20. Yeah.
Nice. They're armored. Wow.
Hear
this
the
is
clinks.
That doesn't
They're
sound,
shifting a little bit in their seats.
that doesn't sound like a conference I want to be part of. This is quite suspicious. That there's all this armed good. Okay, is there anything else we want to do? I don't really feel the need to enter that room.
No,
Unless you want to play it off with a, oh, I was just looking for the bathroom play.
Tells me that this is not just your typical ordinary bank.
Yeah, and you can see the two guards in the room too. They have like leather armor, two big like halberds. They look like they can take care of themselves. They're standing against the wall with the door that leads down to the walls.
I see.
Okay.
All right. At this point, Joe comes back out, and he's trailing another dwarf. This dwarf looks older. He's dressed very nicely. He walks up to you, sticks out his hand, and says, "Thocum Galgus, at your service, sir."
Ah, yes.
I'm branch manager of this
Dwarf.
What is going on?
Sound go.
Is everyone there?
I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Okay.
Alright, so he says, "I hear you're interested in purchasing a vault."
A vault.
Oh yes.
Yes, we're absolutely interested in purchasing a vault. You see, I have many fine, noble wares, and I heard that this is the most safest, most secure vault in the nation.
And you've heard correctly, sir. You see, I myself oversaw the construction of this vault. This is the finest vault my clan of dwarves has ever produced, and I will stand by it to protect your merchandise.
And
Excellent.
so, Mr. Galagus, what makes you say that? Like, why?
Well,
How
we were
is
given
this vault the finest?
we were given a large sum of money by Madame Dubald. We had basically an unlimited budget, so we were able to make the walls quite thick and install security measures which are unprecedented as it comes to vaults. Magic that no one has ever seen. Additionally, we were able to get a permit from the city to dredge out the area underneath around this building to ensure that there were no clandestine approaches within. Your goods here will be safer than anywhere else on this world.
Now, what sort of clientele, if I might ask, do you usually cater to?
Well, of course, I'm not allowed to say specifically, but such security comes at a high cost. This is not just an place where any old person could walk in. We cater to only the most demanding and wealthy patrons.
I see.
May we see a vault?
Why, certainly. I happen to have one opening right now.
Do you think you could take us? I personally would really like to see a very specific vault. It's the one, the very special one. Wink, wink. You know what I'm talking about.
Confused. Roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
Or this intimidation. I don't know.
I rolled a 1. That's not good.
Yeah.
With all the modifiers, that's gonna be a 6.
Yeah. He looks at you very strangely, and then he looks back. He looks back at Sean, expecting some sort of explanation for your servant's behavior.
And excuse me, Mr. Bodyguard. Once again, I have to remind you, it is not your job to talk in this situation. It is merely your job to protect me and my royal wares. please keep your crazy ideas to yourself. I apologize for her performance. She's a bit of a drunk and doesn't often know what she's saying. Please, we would just love to see. You said you have one vault available?
Yes, we do.
Well, that sounds like the one we need to see.
If you'll just follow me.
Absolutely.
So you walk down, you pass through the 2 guards. One of them peels off and comes with you. So it's what's his name? Thokum Galgus, you 3, and this guard. You proceed all the way down, and then to the second door from the right, and Thokum says he goes and he goes to draw like some carving on the door similar to what you saw on the outside, but nothing happens. And he says, blast it! And he says, guard, go fetch the wizard. They forgot to reset this lock. So, guard walks away. He says, Thokum says, I apologize. This was not like... this was just vacated, and I was told that it had been reset, but apparently it hasn't. You'll be glad to know, though, that should you decide to purchase this vault, you would be able to set your own drawing as a password that only you would know. And as you can see, if I don't know it, I can't get in.
Now, while we're waiting for the wizard to come, I think we should... I'm very impressed with what I've seen so far, and of course I'm interested to see the inside of the vault and exactly the security precautions you take. But where the rubber meets the road here, what's this vault run somebody to purchase? Now again, remember, I'm a very influential man of means, so my endorsement of your product carries a lot of weight in my native homeland of Pittsburghlandia.
Right, well, of course. Well, we're looking at about 200 gold pieces a month for this here one.
And is that on a 3-month contract, 6-month contract, the early termination fees? What are we?
If you wanted to pay more money up front, we could negotiate a larger
deposit. Yeah.
But at a discount. But by default, we do 200 gold pieces a month for a vault of this size.
Wonderful. That seems very reasonable. I think
for,
the value
for your item's safety,
there is no
venture
price
to say
too high.
It's a price worth paying.
Absolutely. No wonder you come with such a solid reputation in the upper echelons of society.
It gladdens me to hear you say so, sir. So at this point, you see the guard come back, and behind him is this old, bedraggled, sort of defeated-looking wizard. Like, classic-looking white beard. He's got the cloak, and he's sort of got a hunchback, and he's just sort of shuffling along. And he walks up to this door, and he's sort of mumbling to himself, and there's a couple like colors and like sparks popping off, and he's etching some stuff on the door, and it finally like pops and shifts over to the right, or actually it just opens in this door. Unlike the other one, it's actually on a hinge, and it opens like a regular door would. And the wizard is like mumbling and sort of stuttering. He says, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I thought I reset it to the normal password. I don't know what happened." And Thokum is irate. He's like, I can't believe that you would embarrass me in front of our valuable customers. He says, "Get out of here." And he sort of shuffles off. And he says, I'm really sorry about that. But here's the vault. So you step into the vault. It's about 10 feet, like square-ish, pretty sizable, but not huge. Not that tall of a ceiling, like maybe it's like a 7 or an 8 foot ceiling. and stone all around. It looks like solid stonework, not even solid stonework, but almost carved out of a piece of stone, and completely barren.
Excuse me, Mr. Guy in charge, whose name I can't remember because it was so complicated.
Yes.
Yes, would you mind giving my associates and myself a moment of privacy to discuss our potential options and our interest in purchasing the vault? We should only need a minute.
Roll a persuasion check.
You didn't buy it the first time? I was really trying. And that was a 17.
He says, "Very well. We'll just be outside then."
All right.
So they step out. Yeah.
All right. Trumbolina. Could you investigate these stones? I'm a little more interested in what they in what's going on in this vault. We may need to get through them at some point.
Why, of course I can. Dragon breath. And that would be a 19. A 14.
14. So it's really good. So like unlike the building on the outside, this is not stone work. This is not sets of stones. This is sort of one big stone that was taken, you imagine, as they were like quarrying out, digging out this basement area and set in the wall. And then the top is another piece of stone, and each wall is like this too. So you sort of have this room that is made of 6 different solid pieces of stone. And you're not quite sure how thick the stone is. It seems it's thick. It's at least 2 feet thick.
Interesting. I would like to roll a perception check to see if there is anything else inside the small room, such as animals, debris, anything that might be of note. And someone else might want to give this a shot, because I rolled a... Oh, there's a fly in here. That's annoying. I rolled a 6.
Yeah, see, there's a fly in there, but that's all you can see, because it was flying in your eye the whole time, so you couldn't see anything else.
Colby, you want to try and perceive?
Got that 19.
Hey!
Okay, so besides the fly, it was clear that there was some stuff in here. There's some like dust on the ground, but it's pretty well cleaned out. There is nothing in here. There's like the seams on the floor and around the ceiling where the stones meet. Like they are just sort of laying on each other, held together by gravity. The door is a stone door hooked in, like intricately carved out of the rock that makes up the wall in the hallway, so it can actuate on this hinge. And when it closes, it entirely seals itself from the outside.
What?
There is no markings visible on the door itself, but you already know that it is magically enchanted.
This is some serious Minecraft shit here.
So here's what I'm thinking right now, at least. I feel like we're not going to be going through the door or the walls. That just seems unlikely. However, one thing I'd like to pursue more is this wizard guy. Like, he seems like the single point of failure for this this vault. Like, he can reset the passwords, so it stands to reason that he can also like open the other vaults, I think. So I think I'd like to question our friend Fokum about the wizard and see if we can learn anything, like where the wizard stays or what his deal is and how we know he's trustworthy.
Okay.
All right.
Actually, at this point, I think I would like to go to the wizard. Is he in the room with us?
No, seems to have left. You would have to
Okay, we have
ask
to
to
go
see him
find him.
again.
Okay, once we find him. So who's in the room? Is it just us?
It's just us. Right outside the room is the regional manager and a guard.
Okay.
And the door's open.
Here's the thing, guys. Because I say in a low whisper, because I am a level 3 paladin. I am able to cast what's known as Zone of Truth. It is a level 2 paladin enchantment. Basically, as long as I cast out this 15-foot sphere, and anyone within that radius, okay, has to pass a charisma check. And if they fail the charisma check, on a failed save, a creature cannot speak a deliberate lie when in the radius.
Wow.
All right, so it's basically will force the wizard to tell us the truth about what's really going on.
So do we want to use this on the wizard, or do we want to use it on the guy outside?
We could use it on both of them. If we get them both within this 15-foot sphere.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. I think that sounds like a real good idea. If we get them both into this radius, we can ask what the heck is actually going on. That lasts for 10 minutes, by the way.
What worries me about that is two things. One, nowhere has it been indicated to me that they don't realize that they're... do they realize they're under this spell? They might get annoyed that we zoned of truth them.
Yeah, it says here... It says here that an affected creature is aware of the spell and can thus avoid answering any questions to which it would normally respond to with a lie. Such a creature can be evasive in answering as long as it remains within the boundaries of truth.
Yeah, so I feel like they might get onto us. My second point was that one of them is apparently at least a somewhat powerful old wizard who will probably identify very quickly what it is we're trying to do.
Yeah. So here's what I'm thinking. It seems to me that this wizard guy is pretty disgruntled, right? So
bring him in.
Right. Or perhaps we can offer him freedom or something.
Trumbelina's cut. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that, dragon?
Nothing. I'm sorry. Sorry. It's dry down here. A lot of dust. You know what? You know what we could do? Is we could end this episode and tonight's adventure because we're out of time.
Wow.
I know that's not the most fun option, but we've been doing this for a couple hours and we have to conclude. But the good news is we'll have a nice long rest where we can think about all our options and come to a conclusion. We made it this far. We made it into the vault. The problem is it's not the right vault. How are we going to get there and get out the treasure? You're going to have to tune in next time to find out. And how do you do that? Well, good news, we have a website. You can go to it, gamenights.tv. There you get all our episodes, past, present, and future, in audio and video. And, of course, that big green subscribes button that lets you know all the places you can find the show, including most major podcasting services, most major podcasting apps, of course, via RSS on the website, on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/GameNightsTV. And, of course, you can follow us online at GameNightsTV on Twitter, let you know when new episodes are published. Yeah, I think that's most of it. We're published pretty much weekly at this point, and you keep up with the adventures. I'm excited to see where this goes next, gentlemen. Anything else you want the fine folks at home to know before we wrap it up?
My camera's about to fall again.
Oh, just in time. We're done just in time. This is perfect.
Got it. Okay.
I don't have anything else.
Okay, now it's perfect.
Well, I think we owe a big round of applause to Dungeon Master Matt on his first outing. Excellent job.
You mean Dan. You said Matt.
Oh, so I'm so used to saying Dungeon Master Matt. It's a reflex at this point. We've done it. Oh, we got to wrap this up. We're looking at Matt's nose. We don't need to see that. Okay. Thanks everybody for joining us on behalf of Dungeon Master Dan and my fellow intrepid travelers Colby and Matt. This is Sean thanking you for joining us and hoping we'll see you next time for even more exciting adventures here on Game Nights.